Gil Martin here, and welcome everybody to today's episode of the Daily Packers Post, where we bring you in-depth coverage of your Green Bay Packers. We have new videos dropping every day, Monday through Friday, so hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss an episode. Don't forget to check out our website at thepackerspost.com for in-depth articles about your Green Bay Packers. Well, as of Wednesday, the Green Bay Packers and the rest of the NFL were able to start signing players to the practice squad once they had passed through waivers. And again, NFL teams are allowed 16 spots on the practice squad, plus one player who is in the NFL's International Player Pathway program. So the Packers do have a player in that program. He is kicker Mark McNamee, who is a native of Ireland. McNamee is going to be on the practice squad. He signed there. Obviously, he is not going to end up being the kicker. Brandon McManus has that job pretty much nailed down. But out of the potential 17 signees, the Packers have already signed 14 of them as of the time of this recording on Wednesday night. And we're going to break down these players, talk about why they're there, how they fit in, a little bit about their backgrounds. Player number one, and these are not in any particular order, is safety Jalen Simpson. And the Packers wanted a little more depth there. They signed Simpson during training camp. He was a fifth-round pick of the Colts in 2024. Split time last year between the Colts and Jets practice squad. The Auburn alum will give a little depth at safety and could help out on special teams if the Packers choose to elevate him anytime soon. Number two, defensive lineman James Esther. He's returning to the practice squad. He was on the Packers practice squad all of 2024. Joined the Packers as an undrafted free agent, the Northern Illinois alum, 6'3". 289 pounds. He is reliable. He is smart. He works hard, and he knows the system very well. So he'll give the Packers some defensive line depth. Player number three, offensive tackle Brant Banks. And Banks has good size at 6'7", 306, a free agent, undrafted, out of Rice. Signed with the Packers on May 2nd. Played both tackle and guard and started games at both tackle and guard in college. The Packers like players who can play multiple positions on the offensive line, and Banks fits there. So he showed enough promise in camp to earn a practice squad berth. Number four, wide receiver Mecole Hardman. He was signed as a free agent from the Chiefs this offseason. Failed to make the initial 53-man roster. He had an uneven preseason. First game, he dropped a couple of passes, muffed a punt. Kind of got better as the preseason went on. But, GM Brian Gutekunst tends to like wide receivers with more size than Hardman has. And I think his inconsistency really hurt. Now, look, the Packers may not want to use regular starters like Keyshawn Nixon and Jaden Reed extensively on punt and kick returns. So maybe Hardman is elevated early and given a chance to return punts and or kicks. We'll see. I get the feeling he may be elevated in one of the first few games of the year. He is a veteran with experience and could come in handy before the season is over. Number five is quarterback Clayton Tune, and Tune was not with the Packers in training camp. In fact, neither Sean Clifford nor Taylor Elgersma, the duo that was allegedly battling for that quarterback 3 spot, were added to the practice squad by the Packers. So Tune spent this year in preseason again with the Cardinals, the team that drafted him in the 5th round back in 2023. He's got decent size, 6'3", 220, a University of Houston product. Started one game as a rookie in 2023. For his career, 14 of 23 for 70 yards, 2 interceptions, has yet to throw an NFL touchdown pass, but he does give the Packers more experience as far as depth at quarterback is concerned in case of an emergency. Defensive end Deslin Alexander, he also makes the practice squad for the second straight year, originally joining the NFL in 2023 as an undrafted free agent, was with the Jets and Bears before he joined the Packers. He has yet to appear in a regular season NFL game, but he adds a little pass rush ability and experience to the practice squad along the defensive line. Israel Abanikanda, the running back, is the seventh player on the squad. He showed some promise in the preseason, was waived by the 49ers in July, and then joined the Packers. He played 6 games for the Jets back in 2023, gaining 70 yards on 22 carries. He could also catch passes, 7 of those for 43 yards. In the preseason, the numbers weren't pretty. 24 carries, 71 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 pass receptions for 13 yards. But Abanikanda showed enough in practice to get there, and he could also be a return specialist, especially on kick returns. We'll keep an eye on whether they elevate him or Hardman, or whether they stick with Keyshawn Nixon as their kick returner. Number 8, Jonathan Baldwin, the cornerback out of UNLV. He signed on May 2nd with the Packers as an undrafted free agent, started 36 games in college, 6 foot, 190 pounds, and did well enough in his first NFL training camp to earn this practice squad bid. Jamon Johnson, linebacker, is practice squad player number 9. He was a highly regarded undrafted free agent, but didn't quite do enough in the preseason and in camp to make the roster, but he did make the practice squad. The Kentucky alum can also contribute on special teams, and I think the one thing that held him back, his lack of elite size and athleticism. Number 10, a mild surprise that defensive end Aaron Mosby, who played 16 games for the Packers last year, signed on for the practice squad. The Fresno State alum had a really strong preseason finale in 2024 that earned him a berth on the team. He recorded half a sack, broke up 2 passes, and made 12 total tackles a year ago. He is experienced. He knows the defense well. The coaching staff knows what he can do, and so he will stick around to add some depth. A couple of receivers joining the practice squad as well, Will Shepard and Isaiah Nayor. Shepard, 6'3", 196. Nayor, 6'4", 218. I mentioned Brian Gutekunst likes bigger receivers. Shepard had a strong preseason after signing with the Packers in July. He originally was with the Buccaneers, had a tryout, but was not signed by the Broncos. Caught 3 passes for 23 yards and a touchdown during the preseason. The Colorado alum trying to stick around and showed enough promise to do just that. Nayor, meanwhile, signed as a free agent in early August. Originally was in the 49ers camp, but they let him go. Didn't catch any passes in the preseason, but the Nebraska alum hopes to get a better grasp of the offense and can contribute in the meantime on special teams if the Packers keep him around. And then we have linebacker Christian Welch, who we talked about. We thought he was going to get that final linebacker spot. Well, the Wisconsin native and Iowa alum will be on the practice squad. Spent 2023 with the Packers last year, split time between the Ravens and the Broncos. He's a core special teamer, and it wouldn't surprise me if he is elevated for some games early in the season. You know, he doesn't have the size or athleticism that you ideally want in a linebacker, but he's smart. And he knows this defense very well, so he'll add some depth and special teams expertise. Now, there are still 3 spots open. I did mention that Mika Robinson, the 7th-round pick, was let go when the Packers picked up a linebacker and added him to the 53-man roster on Wednesday. I expect, although it's not guaranteed, that Robinson will be added to the practice squad once he clears waivers, or if he clears waivers. And then there are still a couple of spots open for the Packers to add. We'll see what Gutekunst decides to do. Again, check out our website at thepackerspost.com for in-depth articles on the Packers every day. Here on YouTube, hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss an episode. Thank you so much for watching today's episode of the Daily Packers Post. I'm Gil Martin. Have a great day, everyone. And of course, go Pack Go.